Have you ever given any thoughts into how the big mining companies such as Rio Tinto are able to keep their mine sites running past their expected lifespans? As I've worked for the company previously, I've found that they're able to use 3 different methods, one being underground mining by gaining approvals and building a mine site under the existing open cut pit, 2 being the dewatering process where they are able to mine below the water table by removing the excess water and placing it elsewhere, and 3 being area expansion by gaining approvals to mine more land. This study period I chose to look into the dewatering process of the Marandoo mine site. What is dewatering, you may ask? Well, the dewatering process consists of removing water from below the water table where the mine site is located. This essentially is done with pumps. By removing the water from the water table underneath the mine site, companies are able to expand their mine site lifespan. Upon completion of a 60-day trial where Rio Tinto did hydrogeological testing in 2002, numerous reports were submitted and considered. The installation process then began in 2011 by a company called ERTEC. They were contracted to install and commission the dewatering borefields, pipelines, transfer pump station and tank, as well as the booster pump station. All of these works were completed in 2012. During the installation, so as not to damage the surrounding environment, ERTEC were required to use minimal land clearing. As mentioned by the Environmental Protection Authority, they were concerned for the nearby Karijini National Park and the effects that the process would have on maintaining its water supply once the mining had begun. However, with further research it was determined that there would be no issues within the national park, but instead a local spring known as the Minthakundana Spring, which was at the possible risk. The Environmental Protection Authority was concerned that if the water table was mined too low, that it would not be able to recharge itself. Therefore, Rio Tinto were required to do regular hydrogeological testing on the area so as not to let the water table slip too low. So, what will be done with the excess water? As Rio Tinto and the Environmental Protection Agency have worked together closely to monitor this process, Rio Tinto has put forward a proposal known as the Hamersley Agricultural Project, HAP. This project was granted and consists of supplying the excess water to a local farming area to grow 2 types of crops. These crops are Rhodes grass and forage oats. They will supply the local stations and the surrounding areas, as well as struggling areas such as the fire-ravaged Harvey and Yarra Loop with hay. Rio Tinto and the Environmental Protection Authority are working very closely together to continue the safety of the land and the animals in the surrounding area. As the processes introduced will increase jobs in the area as well as boosting the flora and fauna in the surrounding environments, I do believe that this is an environmentally sustainable process.